This is Tiffany Gaines hosting the Secrets Podcast. First weekend of football in some collegiate capacity or just some games that count. I'm all about the games that count. I have been getting tired. I don't know about everybody else. I've been tired of the tease. I've been tired of people talking about stuff that don't matter. I do not watch professional preseason football. Thank goodness. Um, College football doesn't have a preseason. I wouldn't watch that either. But what I'm loving, and I said in my last podcast, I've not watched a ton of college football over the last few years, the last 5 years or so. I probably not watched a lot of college football, but I love me some college football drama. If you haven't checked out what I said about Deion Sanders, check out my last video. What are y'all gonna do with Mr. Deion Sanders? I'm looking forward to that hot drama, that hot gossip. Whether he wins or lose, if he wins, Deion's gonna be Deion. If he loses, how is he gonna keep the media in check? How is he gonna keep his ego in check? How's he gonna keep his pride in check? So I'm looking forward to it. Win, lose. I'm rooting for him to win. I believe personally he's going to win because he just has the intangible gift of charm, confidence, and belief. And there's nothing you can do, nothing you can say, nothing you can X or O about that. Nothing you can recruit. You can instill belief, which he is absolutely excellent at it. So I'm rooting for Colorado and I'm rooting for the Deion Sanders story. It's going to be a wonderful outcome and a wonderful thing to see Black coaches be considered for more collegiate and professional jobs. It is just fair that we equal the opportunity for sports that overwhelmingly display Black talent, Black athletes on the field, on the court, that they also have representation for coaches. It would look odd and strange to a lot of people if the roles were reversed, if it was a sport dominated with white athletes only or the majority of them coached by Black coaches. That would look odd. I'm just saying it just looks suspicious. So it's not that I don't like the white coaches. That's not true. That's ridiculous. But I just want the opportunity for Black men who have played, participated, have been assistant coaches to get fair representation at the collegiate and professional level. Now, all that being said, what about Dabo Swinney? Dabo Swinney ain't go participate in the transfer portal. Dabo Swinney, national championship. Dabo Swinney, what you gonna do now about this transfer portal? Now, listen, kudos and respect to him saying, I want to do it my way. I've been recruiting all this time. I don't need that transfer portal. I'm not participating in NIL deals, although your booster's been participating in sliding these kids some money. So let's stop that nonsense. But you just don't want to go on record to say that you believe that the old model of NCAA collegiate competition needed to be changed. One of the things about college coaches that they've never had to really depend on is like personality, right? Because you go into a kid's home and all you got to do is kind of slide your winning record because that kid wants to be a professional athlete in whatever sport, football, basketball, baseball, whatever. You just slide your record on the table of mom and dad, in front of mom or dad, or in front of mom or in front of dad, in front of the kid, whatever. Slide your record and you just kind of sit back and you just kind of pretend you're looking at the lawn outside or looking at the neighborhood, looking at the decorations. What kind of home interior does she have on her wall? I wonder what she cooking. That smell kind of good. And you just kind of wait on them to just kind of make a decision. Yeah, you got to sell some things. Your Alabamas. Nick ain't saying much when he walk in the living room. I'm Nick Saban. I'm the coach of Alabama. Here's my record. You coming or not? Clemson, same thing, right? Georgia, same thing. USC, UCLA. We in Los Angeles. We in Southern California. I mean, what you want us to do? You better be glad we ain't here to talk to your boy. So now, now with NIL deals, now we are competing with other coaches. We're not competing with schools and programs. We're competing with other coaches. Who's going to out charm mama and daddy now? Not that the coaches didn't have to compete to some degree, but to a larger degree, the school mattered. How much money we going to slide under the table? How much money our boosters are going to give us, right? Um, and to a larger degree, the kids want to win. Some coaches go in there with a strategy. Look, you're not going to get on the field with Alabama. That depth chart is heavy. He would have to wait 2 years to get on the field because of the talent that's in front of him at Alabama. You come to my school, he's starting immediately. You got those schools like Pittsburgh, Purdue, you know. I'm not going to put Notre Dame in there because Notre Dame is just kind of Notre Dame. It just has a different mystique and class about it. So, but even TCU, y'all got to play a little bit more than you want to believe, right? Even though you in a national championship game, but we saw what happened on Saturday, thus and therefore. But Texas, you know, ain't what you used to be. You got to do a little bit more explaining about your resume, your current history, But Texas is still Texas. But I'm just saying. So now we competing against coaches. We're competing against charm. We're competing against, reputation of the coaches, right? LSU, they don't have to do a lot of talking when they walk in the room. They just slide that record. So now Dabo says, I'm Clemson. I shouldn't have to do all of this, but times have changed, right? Dabo is still using or refuses to embrace the touch tone telephone. Boop, 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 boop. We dialing in 2 seconds. We on the phone. Dabo still wants to reach all the way around at that zero. Brrr, brrr. That's what Dabo wants to do. He wants to dial. Come on, Dabo. Are you gonna come along with the times, or you gonna wait for your athletic director to tap you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, man, that was Duke you lost to. That was Duke, not Duke basketball, Duke football, and you are Clemson, sir, Clemson. I shouldn't have to say anything to you, mom or dad or kid. I'm Clemson. You coming or not? You got showed up last night. You got showed up. You're no longer, or you're coming or not. You might want to revisit some transfer portal pamphlets. I'm sure that email is still in your inbox with the login and password to access the transfer portal. I'm sure if you have to go ahead and register, and make sure for your password, make sure you use the uppercase and a special character for your password because you don't want to be hacked, right? So that's just a little IT tip. We want to stay up on our IT password security training. So go ahead on when you log through your email. When you it might be maybe it got caught in your spam too, Dabo. Check your spam to see if the transfer portal information got caught in your spam. I bet you that's what happened. So it's not that you didn't want to use the transfer portal because you Dabo and you had Deshaun Watson and you had beautiful hair Trevor Lawrence. It's not that. It just got caught in your spam. That's what it was. But thus and therefore, you still have to catch up because you missed the year of recruits or transfer options for Clemson. That might could have helped you beat Duke football. I have to specify Duke football, not basketball, not Coach K's Duke, but some other coach who shall remain nameless, Duke football. So don't be Dabo, the old dude who doesn't want to get a touch tone telephone. Or don't be the old dude who only has a phone that plugs in the wall at his house. Get you a cellular device. They got companies called T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon Wireless, Cricket. Hey, they coming up. I'm just saying, but they got cell towers. You can contact people anywhere. You can go hiking and have your phone in your hand. I'm just saying, are you going to move along with the times or are you going to become irrelevant? and be looking for a job, because that's what's going to happen. Now, they're going to let you try it out your way because you've earned the right. You are Dabo. You've earned the right to do this your way. You have built a powerhouse school your way. But the competition was doing the same thing. Now the competition, everybody got electric cars. Everybody got Tesla. You ever had a Tesla blow by you? It's like you just standing still. I mean, when I see a Tesla want to pass me up, you know what I do? I just get off my accelerator. Go ahead on. I'm not even finna embarrass myself. Nope. I'm not trying to gas it in my 2007 Chevy Trailblazer with a Tesla. And that's what you look like you doing. You don't want to visit the transfer portal? Come on, sir. Let's get with the modern times. Earn the right, though. I've earned the right to continue to drive my still running beautifully 2007 Chevy Trailblazer. Shout out Candy. I've earned the right to still drive my truck. She's not giving me any problems. I get anywhere I want to go. I don't have a truck note, right? So Dabo's earned the right not to have a car note. If you don't want one, you don't have to have one. But let's see if your athletic director likes you taking too long to get to Buffalo Wild Wings if he wants to have a meeting after work. Does he want to deal with you raising the hood up on your vehicle on the side of the road? Or is he going to want you to be there in a lickety split like he is in his Tesla? A smooth ride. Maybe he want to ride with you sometimes, Dabo, and you in the 2007 Chevy Trailblazer. Dabo Swinney does not want to visit the transfer portal. Let's see how long he maintains that position. You know, Deion Sanders out here shining with his beautiful smile, talking about his kids, how much he loves his kids. Everybody in college football is talking about, forget college football. Deion stole the show, he stole the sports show this weekend, beating TCU. So now, Dabo, what you going to do? TikTok, sir, TikTok. Are you going to embrace modern times? I mean, come on. It's not like y'all weren't paying the players in the first place. Now it's legal. Now the playing field is legal. You already got boosts to help at Clemson. Stop trying to pretend you just a little too self-righteous to even want to acknowledge that you're getting some financial participation from your boosters and alum at Clemson. Come on, sir. Stop that. You know, now you got to use some charm. There's some competition now. There's some coaches who might be able to do a little Deion Sanders charming. Now the playing field, now it's like this. Now it's not just like this. Now it's like this because a kid who might not get a profitable NIL deal at Alabama, maybe now he going to Pitt, maybe he's going to Indiana, maybe he wants to be a Hoosier, Bowling Green. I don't know, but anybody who wants to be a successful college coach today in 2023, you're going to have to embrace modern times, transition into some new thinking. And if your DNA has you so rigid to where you feel like you can't or you just ain't, you've earned the right to do that. You got you a couple of national championships, sir. I'm sure any of the sports networks would welcome you at the desk and you could provide some helpful commentary. But I'm just interested to see. So I'm watching you, Dabo, as well as Dion. I mean, that's my bulletin board material for college football. I mean, thus far, I'm intrigued. Thus far, I plan to watch two schools. Dabo, you going to visit the transfer portal? Or you going to visit the transfer portal? Or you going to go ahead and get you a cellular device? At least get you a touch tone telephone? What you going to do, Dabo? And Deion Sanders. Got to root for that story because I believe in his belief. And it's inspiring, and that story just makes me smile. And it's also a life lesson to any and everybody. Belief, you can't give that. The talent and the man, what it takes to have something within you, not something that you can sort of demonstrate physically, but to have something within you and it be so great and so big and you give it to someone else and it's contagious enough to catch, it's infectious enough so that everybody has the same thing in you that you have. That's Deion Sanders. Belief. Belief. That's the intangible that Deion Sanders is. Now, Dabo, maybe he don't believe. Maybe he don't believe. I don't know. And if that's the case, sir, you're gonna be, your athletic director gonna be tapping you on the shoulders and meet up at Buffalo Wild Wings just for something else. I personally like the spicy garlic wings. Try those out. Um, but I wouldn't drive there in your 2007. Maybe get an Uber Black, right? Because if you're not going to do something, you're going to end up doing something. So, anyway, that is my hot sports take for today. We are 2 days. It is Tuesday, man. We are 2 days from the kickoff of the NFL season. I am so tired of being teased. Lord, can we get on with these games? Let's do it. Look for my review on First Take with Shannon Sharp. I'm looking forward to doing a little chit chat about that later on. In the second week of Undisputed with this new razzle dazzle overcorrected lineup. Hey, but Hot Sports Take, Tiffany Gaines, Secrets Podcast. I'll catch y'all next time.